Our topic today is the hormonal impact on weight. Okay. So first of all, let's see what are hormones. Hormones are basically chemical messengers that bring about every activity in the body. Particularly, some of the hormones are very, very important for weight gain, weight loss, and weight balance in the body. So we'll have a look at first what the hormones are, and then we'll go on to talk about how they affect the weight, how they affect the reproductive health of a woman, and how one should try and keep them in check. What is overweight? Uh, More than a stark figure that we see on the weighing scale, we would want to come across a concept of BMI, that is your body mass index. As long as you're in a normal BMI, you should not ideally look at the absolute figure, because what happens is a lot of people who are more muscular compared to the same person of the same weight who has more fat will weigh more, because fat is lighter than muscle. So a person who has the same BMI might actually have more percent of body fat. So if you're lying in the same BMI, you should consider yourself healthy. For an average Indian woman, a BMI of 23 is considered as healthy. We consider overweight between 25 to 30, and thereafter we consider more than 30 obesity. BMI is basically a calculation. So it is your weight in kilograms divided upon your height in meters squared. Nowadays, simple online calculators are available. So go ahead, put your weight, put your height in meters in the online calculator, get your BMI, and see if you're falling in the normal healthy range. Anything less than 23.5 would be considered as absolutely healthy. So one thing that I would like to point out is go for seeing what your BMI is rather than the absolute value that you see on the weighing scale. Now let's go on to what are the hormones that are going to bring about a balance of weight, weight loss, weight gain, and weight balance in the body. So we know a couple of hormones. We know the thyroid hormone. Everyone blames the thyroid when they put on weight. We have as female sex hormones also. So a lot of IT professionals who are on hormone contraceptive pills will say that because of the pills they have gained weight. Insulin, we know about diabetes. We have the steroid hormones or cortisol, and there are other couple of hormones that no one really talks about. So I've added them in because I'll be talking about food fads and how these hormones, which are actually gut or GI regulatory hormones, play an important role in weight loss and weight gain. So let's see the first hormone, which is the thyroid hormone. The thyroid hormone, we have T3, T4, and TSH are the thyroid hormones. The thyroid is a small gland located in your neck which secretes the thyroid hormone, and the thyroid is the important hormone which controls metabolism. It basically controls the way your body utilizes energy. So it basically determines your BMR, that is basic metabolic rate of the body. That is the amount of energy your body is going to consume when it is completely at rest. A person who secretes more T3 and T4 thyroid hormones will have a higher basal metabolic rate. Someone who has lesser T3, T4 will have a lesser metabolic rate. The TSH, which your doctor usually asks you to do, is basically going to control, is basically a hormone that gives us an indication of how much T3 and T4 is being released in your body. TSH is a stimulating hormone. So the TSH is basically secreted by the brain to tell the thyroid hormone to do its job. If the TSH rises, that means the brain is sensing that the thyroid hormone is not doing its job, and therefore T3 and T4 are actually lower. So TSH is a value that you must check in order to see whether your thyroid is in check or not. Another thing I would like to point out is that TSH is a very labile hormone. So its value will change whether you've just recovered from an illness. Its value will change if you are in a fasting state with an overnight 10-hour fasting, 10 to 12-hour fasting, and it will change whether you're undergoing emotional stress or not. So like I said, the absolute value is not something that we need to see. We need to see, we have to correlate it with other clinical symptoms that you're having. Are you having any signs of a low or a high thyroid functioning in your body? So let's just quickly see what are the other associated features or the other associated conditions or symptoms that you would get in case you have a malfunctioning thyroid hormone. In case a person has an underfunctioning thyroid, firstly, they would probably experience weight gain, but they might also experience other things such as fatigue. You're getting very, very tired with the same amount of work that you're normally used to doing. You're sleeping a lot. You suddenly find that your skin and hair is very dry, and you're having menstrual irregularities. This is because the body completely slows down, because like I said, the thyroid hormone is going to determine how much energy your body is using at rest. If you're not using much of energy, your body is trying to slow its functioning down. The exact opposite will happen in case your thyroid hormone is over functioning. In case your thyroid hormone is over functioning, it basically means that your T3 and T4 is higher than normal. Now your brain is going to sense that T3, T4 is higher. So what will it do? It will automatically reduce your TSH. So it will tell the thyroid hormone to stop functioning. So your TSH is going to be lower. And because your body is over functioning, every body system is over functioning. Because every body system is over functioning, you're going to have anxiety, you're going to be irritable, you'll have sweating, you'll have nervousness, you'll feel like your heart is pounding inside your chest. So all these are going to be symptoms, and again you will have menstrual irregularities, but a different type of menstrual irregularity.